Alright, we're making progress. In the last video class, we talked a bit about HTML document elements like images, links, headings, and paragraphs. Now we go into attributes. HTML attributes. Attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. HTML attributes. HTML elements can have attributes. Attributes provide additional information about an element. Remember this. Attributes are always specified in the start tag. Attributes come in name value pairs like name equals to double quotes value. Name equals double quote value. You end quote. Now let's start with the lang attributes. Lang is not a Chinese word, by the way. The document language can be declared in the HTML tag. That's the HTML start tag, remember. The language is declared in the lang attribute. So lang is a short form for language. Declaring a language is important for accessibility applications, screen readers, and search engines. Okay, this is an example of how the lang attribute is displayed. You can notice it on the HTML tag in the top after the doc type. You have lang, you have enus. Okay, like in our documents now, we have HTML, lang, enus. That tells you that this document is written in English US. Okay, if it was written in a country's language, it will display there. But right now we are using English US, so the lang attribute will carry the language for this document. The title attribute. HTML paragraphs are defined with the P tag. In this example, the P element has a title attribute. The value of the attribute is about web design. Remember, title attribute is different from the title tag. P, title about web design. Let's write this example under our image. So let's create a break. Let's create a line break, maybe 2 line breaks. Okay. In the P tag, then write the title attribute, write about web design, then write the content. Web design is one of the courses you will like. You save that and let's preview. F5. Okay, we see our text there. Now when you hover over the text, you see the attribute. The title attribute will usually come up as a tooltip when you hover over the text, like so. Okay. You see there about web design comes up like a tooltip. Any part of the text that you put it on. Okay. Note, when you move the mouse over the element, the title will be displayed as a tooltip. We've already seen that example. Now, the reason why I used slides to describe my teachings is so that you could have notes for your own reading in the future. Okay, the href attributes. HTML links are defined with the A tag. The link address is specified in the href attributes. Example. We have this example again. So we've already done that. So you could see it over here. You see the link text, you see the href. The href displays where it goes, where the link leads to. Then we have the text that enables us to connect to that link. Now without the text you won't have the link, so that just shows us where we're going to go to. All right, size attributes. HTML images are defined with the img or image tag. The file name of the source and the size of the image, width and height, are all provided as attributes. Example. We have an image, a source, a width and height. So now we have the same here. We have the source, we have an alternate, we have the height, we have the width. Okay, the image size is specified in pixels. Width 104 means 104 screen pixels wide. So whether you write px at the end of 104 or you just write 104, it means pixels. The alt attributes. The alt attribute specifies an alternative text to be used when an HTML element cannot be displayed. The value of the attribute can be read by screen readers. This way, someone listening to the web page, that is a blind person, can hear the elements. Example: image, source, school.jpg, alternate, school. Alright, for this example, let me create a wrong. Alright, so we see the alternate text. So the screen reader is going to read this, to read image colored stars. That's what it's going to read. It's going to declare that that was supposed to be an image. It's not there, but the alternate text would tell the type of image that was supposed to be there. So let me put this back the right form. Preview. Okay, so that's it. So even with the image here, the screen reader still reads the alternate text. So size attributes and alt attributes are important when displaying images. Always use lowercase attributes. The HTML5 standard does not require lowercase attribute names. The title attribute can be written with upper or lower case, like title and or title. No, either way works on HTML5. Always quote attribute values. The HTML5 standard does not require quotes around attribute values. Okay. The href attribute that we just demonstrated can be written as example href http://w3schools.com. You notice that there are no quotes. Using quotes are the most common actually. Omitting quotes can produce errors, especially if you are working on some other kinds of browsers, or maybe you're displaying this document in a later version. You could produce a lot of errors, so it's safe that you write your document quote. So let's just create another anchor and put in www.w3schools.com. Right, text W3 schools. Okay, let's save and preview. We can see that it still displays. When we hover over it, it shows us where the href is going to lead us to. Just like the other one, it shows us where it leads us. So now if I click on this, will it open? Sure will. So it's not important to have quotes in the documents as long as every other thing is complete. Because HTML5 is flexible and can work on any form. Quotes are common. They have common, omitting quotes can produce errors, but in HTML5 it's not a standing rule. Single or double quotes. Double style quotes are the most common in HTML, but single style can also be used. In some situations, when the attribute value itself contains double quotes, it is necessary to use single quotes. Below is an alphabetical list of some attributes often used in HTML. On the left, we have the attributes, and on the right, the description of the attributes. Like we have the alt attribute. The alt attribute specifies an alternative text for an image. We also have what we call the disabled attributes. We haven't gotten there yet, but we will get there. Now, this specifies that an input element should be disabled. We also have the href attribute, which specifies the URL or the web address for the link. We have the ID attribute, specifies a unique ID for an element. src attribute specifies the URL web address for an image. The style specifies an inline CSS style for an element. The title specifies extra information about an element displayed as a tooltip. So see you in the next video.